or Strafford, that is, coming to town, looking to face off with Strafford. Here's your Mountain Grove Panthers. A little bit of a recap of the week for the Panthers. We went down to Mountain View Tuesday night, and varsity team ended up losing in 3 sets down there. But it wasn't for a lack of effort. I mean, like I said, they were out there doing what they needed to do, just weren't able to get it done. Your pregame's all brought to you by our friends over at Hawkins Home and Lawn. Make sure you stop by and check out Hawkins Home and Lawn. Hey, we're going to send it back to the studio. They're going to have the national anthem here when we come back. We'll have the starting lineups for you right here on your home of Panther Sports. It's Big Country 99. So since when is it a thing that the officials sing the national anthem? That's the second time this year.
She could sing it, though.
Yeah. All right, Cousin Justin, I'm ready.
27 seconds.
Perfect. There it goes.
Yeah.
It's the computer, the printer cable. As we're set to go here, sorry you guys had to hear all of our troubleshooting because that's what we do.
Every game.
Every game, that's right. Starting lineups for your Lady Panthers, it'll be Sadie Schober, Aubrey Gerla, see Rowan Kelly out there, Sophie Peterson. Who else do we got?
Hadley Driscoll.
Hadley Driscoll. Hey, guess who number 1 is, Tim? That's Hannah Dowden, just in case you forgot from Tuesday night when you made me call her the wrong name all year.
I made you, huh?
Yeah, yeah, you forced me. It was all your fault. And that's going to round it out for your Lady Panthers. Like I said, getting ready to go here versus Strafford. They're making the lap around the net, slapping hands and all that goodness, and getting set to go here. It's a big spirit club here tonight. It is Happy Gilmore night. I had to ask one of the juniors. I was talking to Rowan Kelly before the game. I was like, what are you wearing? Because she was wearing, like, it had to be your dad's shorts and T-shirt. And she's like, it's Happy Gilmore Day. And I was like, oh, well, that makes total sense now. As we're set to go here, we're on the floor for the Lady Panthers. Lila Golden out there, like I said, along with Rowan Kelly, Sophie Peterson, Hadley Driscoll, Aubrey Gerla, and Sadie Schober rounded out for your Lady Panthers on the starting side of things. Everybody's out on the floor. It looks like we're getting ready to go here. Who's going to serve? That's the question. And you may have heard me say it on the video side of things before we got going. But since when is the official sing the national anthem before the game? That's the second one I've been to this year where one of the MSHA officials has sang the national anthem prior to the game starting.
That was an awesome rendition of it.
Hey, it wasn't bad. I mean,
No.
you can't down her for that, but it was just kind of weird. Usually we have it played over the PA here, but hey, we'll take it if anytime somebody's willing to perform, right? Looks like the Panthers are going to serve first. Sadie Schober back to start it off for the Lady Panthers. Left-hander will serve first here tonight versus Strafford.
Hey, you ready for the dumb question of the day?
What is the dumb question of the day?
How do they determine who serves?
I don't know the answer to that.
Oh, wow.
Is it the home team?
Yeah,
I think so. Serve gets across. It'll be dug out there, set up. Somebody's standing on my court. There we go. And it's me. And it looks like Strafford will draw first blood here as they get it over on the Panthers side of things. So 1-0 Strafford to start it off here, and they'll send them back to serve number 11. And that's Peyton Coulter, the senior. She's the libero. I'm sorry, that's 21. Back to serve Brooklyn Lumley, the designated setter. She'll get it over. Schober will dig it out. It'll be set by Driscoll, pushed across by Kelly, and goes out of bounds. Point goes to Strafford. Lady Indians with a 2-point advantage here. She'll go back to serve again. That's Brooklyn Lumley, the junior. She'll get it over, dug out by Schober, set up by Driscoll, sent across by Gerla. It'll be a set up on the other side now. 2 pokes it across. It'll be set by the Panthers. That's Sophie Peterson trying for the big kill there. She gets blocked, and our libero digs it out, gets it over to the other side for the Lady Panthers. Pushed across now, and that one's going to get down. Number 3, that's Tristan Van Horn. She's only a sophomore, middle blocker, right side setter, and she is very tall. Very tall. Serve coming, gets it across. It'll be dug out by Hannah Dowden. Set back up to the front, but they can't get to it. Lady Panthers go down 4-0 here in the first set. Serve coming. Schober with the dig, and it flies into the student section, out of bounds. Lady Panthers go down 5-0 here in the first. And coach is going to take a timeout here to talk it over with the Lady Panthers. As she takes a timeout, we'll take one as well and send it back to the studio to get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports. It's Big Country 99.
Okay.
Serve coming from Strafford. It'll be dug out by the back row there. Set up and sent over by Kelly. Now dug out on the backside, set for the middle hitter, and there she goes again. That's Blair Bow. Outside hitter, setter, and right side hitter. She's playing in the middle right now on the net, and she's had some big kills for Strafford in this one. And they've got one sitting on the bench that's not even in rotation right now that was putting a hurting on us when she was in. Serve coming, they'll get it across, dug out by Schober. It'll be set by Driscoll for Kelly, who pushes it over, and now back to the Panthers. And that was Gerla who sends it over. It'll be dug out and set up again, pushed back to the Panthers side. Now Driscoll dives for it, but not in time. It falls on the Panthers side. It's 19-7. Lady Panthers down in this one. You got Kylie Roth out there, Rowan Kelly, Hannah Dowden, Sadie Schober, Aubrey Gerla, and Hadley Driscoll for the Panthers. It'll be dug out on the back line by Dowden, set by Driscoll for Kelly, who sends it over, dug out on the back line by Strafford. They'll send it to the outside hitter who puts it over. That was Driscoll with the dig, and sent forward by Dowden. Back to the other side now. Big swing from Strafford. It's picked up by the Panthers now, set by Schober, gets it across. Back to, and this time just one too many times to that outside hitter. And 21-7 here. Strafford back to serve. Serve coming from Darnell. She'll get it across, dug out by Schober. It'll be set by Driscoll, pushed over by Gerla to the Strafford side. They put it right back to the Panthers, dug out by Dowden, sent up to the front line. Schober will send it back over, set for the, now we're back on the Panthers side. I'm not fast enough to keep up sometimes, I'm telling you. Set up by the Indians. They'll get it across, but blocked by Kelly and Schober. They'll set up again, and this time it's pushed over the top of them. And the point goes to the Lady Panthers, as that was Kylie Roth with the wherewithal to watch it go out of bounds instead of trying to take a swing at it. 21-8 here. And that'll send Sadie Schober back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Kylie Roth will check out. Sophie Peterson checks back in. Gets it across over to the other side. They'll send it back to the Panthers. That's Driscoll digging it out, send it up to the front line. Schober sets it to Gerla. Gerla sends it across, and that's going to get down for a Panther point. 21-9. Oh. I thought she was going to reverse the call for a second. She started to point the other way towards Strafford, and I was like, really? 21-9 the score here.
Liberty flashbacks.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks to Liberty. Schober back to serve for the Lady Panthers. They'll send it on the way. It'll be dug out on the front line. Peterson sends it back over. Number one, Darnell sets it for 31, the outside hitter, Ava Lane. She's one of the other ones that was causing all kinds of trouble out there, and she'll score. And it does not help the Lady Panthers any that Van Horn has checked back in either. So now two big hitters in the middle and on the outside of the front line for Strafford. They'll send it on its way, dug out by Dowden, but sends it errant of the net and can't get to it. Makes it 23-9. Lady Panthers down in this one.
Errant.
Yes, errant. It's a word. Look it up. Serve coming. It'll be dug out by Dowden. Driscoll with the set. Gerla with the swing has it blocked. Back on the Panthers side now. Sets it up for Peterson, and that one gets down. 23-10. Sophie Peterson with a big swing to put the Panthers back up on the board. And that'll send Aubrey Gerla back to serve for your Lady Panthers. Consistency is key, and that's what you want back there serving, and Aubrey Gurla is consistent when it comes to the serve. 23-11 is the Panthers score there, as Strafford couldn't get it over. Gurla back to serve again. She'll get it over. Outside hitter will pick it up, bumps it up to the front line, taps it over. Panthers dive for it to keep it in play. Set for the outside hitter on Strafford's side now. And back to the Panthers side. It's a mad rush, but can't get to it. So many people laid out for that one, I can't even tell you all who it was. I know Dowden was involved. Driscoll was involved. Peterson was involved. Just came up empty there. 24-11. We're at set point already. Strafford to serve. Big jump serve coming. They'll get it over. Peterson digs it out. Set up by Gurla, poked across by Peterson, and they just set up number 3 one more time. That's Trista Van Horn, that middle blocker, right side setter. And man, does she have a big swing.
She punched it in there.
And she punched it in for Strafford to punch their ticket here in the first set. They take it 25, what was it, 25-11?
Yes.
25-11. Panthers fall in the first set here. We'll send it back to the studio. We'll get a word from your Panther sponsors. When we come back, we'll have set number 2 for you right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Big Country 99. Have some about the technical difficulties there. Got young Master Michael back there running the board for us. And as soon as I could not hear myself repeating myself in my headphones, I knew he pushed the right button. Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate you. So Panthers lead here in the second set, 1-0. Schober back to serve for the Lady Panthers. She'll get it over. It'll be dug out on the back line. Bumped up to the front, set for that outside hitter, and she hits that one a little too hard and sends it right out the back line. Point goes to Lady Panthers, makes it 2-0. That's number 31, Ava Lane.
That ball was errant.
That ball was errant. You're going to use that all you can now, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
We need to get Timothy Thorith. Schober will serve. It'll be dug out on the backside. Set up for 31 again. Peterson was there for the block, but they'll say that the point goes to Strafford, and we'll get a substitution here for Strafford as they send number 11 out. That is Coulter. Back to serve number 33, Blair Bow. She's the one that causes all the problems for the Panthers on the front side. Sends that one out the back line, though, and Panther point. And the serve will go to Aubrey Gerla. Gerla will send it, and that's an ace for Gerla. Makes it 4-1.
She just tapped it in.
She gave it a little tap-a-roo since we're doing Happy Gilmore Day. Like I said, I came in and saw in the student section. I was talking to one of the girls. One of the volleyball girls was just wearing like the baggiest shorts you ever saw, and a long T-shirt. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "It's Happy Gilmore Day," and I'm like, "Oh, I gotcha." Panthers tap it across. That's Sophie Peterson with the score for the Panthers, 5-1. Gerla back to serve once more for the Lady Panthers. And she'll send it on a ride over to the Strafford side of things. Dug out on the backside. Set up for the middle hitter, number 3, Trista Van Horn. I don't know what you do with it because I haven't seen anybody do anything with it yet. She just swings with so much power. That ball's coming at you so fast. I really don't know how you counter that. I'm trying to think of the right adjective. I don't want to be like Brush and say she's a big old girl or something like that, you know. Panthers can't get to that one. Score by Strafford there. Makes it 5-3. Back to serve number 31, Ava Lane, the sophomore. She's a setter and a right side setter. She'll send it across. It'll be dug out by Peterson, set by Gerla. And that's Hadley Driscoll who sends it over. It'll be dug out on the back line, set up for the back middle hitter, and she can't get it over as it hits the net, goes the Panthers' way, makes it 6-3. Lady Panthers lead here in the second set. They're down 1-0. Serve coming. That's Rowan Kelly. She'll send it. Dug out, and nobody touched it. Not sure what happened there. Miscommunication on the Strafford side as the back line dug it out, sent it to the front line, but the front line let it fall. Makes it 7-3. Kelly to serve again. On the way. It'll get over. Set up now for the outside hitter. She'll tap it across this time. Driscoll able to dig it out, sends it back up to Golden, who pokes it over. Now Strafford with a big swing, but it's dug out on the Panthers side. Gets caught up in the net between Driscoll and Golden, and it ends up on the ground. Makes it 7-4. Lady Panthers up by 3. And the ball will go over to Strafford side. That sends number 2, Gooden, back to serve for the Lady Indians. Dug out, set up, and pushed across by Peterson this time for the Lady Panthers. Set on the other side and gets down. That is a kill for the Lady Indians. And number 22, Blackburn, the sophomore outside hitter. And serve coming from Strafford. Schober with the dig. Set by Gerla. Golden sets it over the net. To the other side now, sets it up for the outside hitter. She sends it across. It's dug out by Kelly this time. Nice dig from her. The setup for Driscoll, who pushes it over. Now set for Strafford, who swings big and sets it up. For the Panthers, that's Peterson to Driscoll, who puts it over, and the Lady Indians can't handle it. Makes it 8-5. Lady Panthers lead here in the second set. It's 1-0 Strafford. Sophie Peterson to serve for the Lady Panthers. She will serve it into the net. Makes it 8-6, Lady Indians.
That is rare for her.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. There's not really any Lady Panthers that really mess up a serve very often. Back to serve for the Indians. That is Coulter. She'll get it over. It'll be set up for Golden. And they give the point to the Lady Indians, even though it looked to me like it was tipped by Strafford, but we didn't get the call there. That was a nice hit from Golden. 8-7. Serve coming. Peterson with the dig, set by Driscoll. That's Schober with the punch over. Set up on the other side now for the outside hitter. And Gerla with a great drop digging that one out. Set up for Schober. And you can't handle that. Sadie Schober with the big kill. Now the student section getting into it. Get your popcorn off my roster. What's wrong with you? Putting your trash where I can't see. Serve coming from Driscoll. Man, she knocked the back line down there. Set up for the outside hitter, number 1. Kelly does a great job digging it out. Lady Panthers get it back over.
Nice.
Nice job there. Set up for the outside hitter. She sets it across. Schober will pick it up, sets it to Driscoll. Driscoll to Schober, and Schober hits it back into the net. 9-8. Great defensive play there. Thought we were going to turn it into points, and it just ended up not going our way. Back to number 1, Reese Darnell, one of the only seniors. There's only 2 seniors playing on the Strafford side of the court tonight. Sends it on its way. It'll be dug out by Gerla. Driscoll will bump it up, and Schober sets it across. Now to the other side, set by the middle setter, outside hitter. Sends it. Nice job by Kelly digging that one out to Gerla, who sends it across. Is it in? Or is it out? It's out. Tied at 9. They were down 8-2 and have brought it back 9-9. Strafford Indians with the serve, sends it. That's Darnell, gets it over to Gerla. Gerla digs it out, sets it for Kelly. Kelly will send it over now. On the other side, they'll dig it out and set it up for the outside hitter. And she's blocked, but the middle hitter cleans it up and sends it where the Panthers aren't for Strafford to take the lead here, 10-9. Darnell will go back to serve one more time for the Lady Indians from Strafford. Serve is coming. That is Gerla with the dig. Set by Driscoll, bumped across by Gerla. Now set up on the other side for the middle hitter. That was Golden who tips it over. And now to the other side to Gerla, who hits it into the net. 11-9, Lady Indians. And with that, the Lady Panthers will take a timeout. As they take a timeout, we'll take one as well and send it back to the studio to get a word from our Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Quite a few of the football players down there in the student section. I see a lot of the offensive and defensive linemen down there. And a couple of running backs and other skill position players down there cheering on the Lady Panthers tonight. It is 11-9 currently. Strafford leads 1-0 and leading in the second set. Darnell will serve again. And it's dug out and sent across by Schober. Set on the other side for the outside hitter, and she put it where they weren't. That was Darnell. Nobody in the vicinity. Makes it 12-9. Lady Indians lead.
Strafford is really good at just finding those spots.
Yeah, they've got some really good pieces out there. I mean, not that we don't, you know what I'm saying? They just can't come up with an answer for it. And they'll say that that's in.
Carla didn't like that call.
Yeah, I mean, she's standing right on top of the line. If anybody knows, it's her. 13-9, as the officials say that that was in. Darnell, been on a roll back there serving. And she'll serve again. Gets it over, dug out by Kelly, set by Driscoll, pushed across by Schober. The Indians will dig it out, set it up for their outside hitter. Nice job by Rowan Kelly to dig that one out. Bumped up by Driscoll, pushed across by Schober now. Set on the other side for the middle hitter, and she's got too much on it. For the Lady Panthers, makes it 14-9. Hit that one at Sophie Peterson, and she couldn't get to it. And Darnell continues to serve for the Strafford Indians. And she'll send it. Kelly with the dig. Driscoll with the set. Golden with the kill. Nice job by Golden there, getting it across. 14-10. Golden checks out. Hannah Dowden checks in. And she'll go back to serve. Dowden sends it. It'll be dug out by the back line, set for the outside hitter. She's blocked. Point goes to the Lady Panthers. The front line combined there to take her out. That was Schober and Schober, Driscoll, and Gerla. Dowden will send it again. Dug out on the back line. Middle setter sets it, poked across. Schober got a hand on it, but everybody else was diving as well. So there was nobody there to cover. Makes it 15-11. Strafford. Number 21 goes back to serve for Strafford. That's Brooklyn Lumley, the junior. She's a defensive specialist. Set up for Schober. She'll push it over. Back to Strafford's side. Set it up for the outside hitter. She gets it across. Dowden with the dig. Set by Driscoll. Poked over by Kelly. Now to the Strafford side. Set up for the outside hitter. She pokes it across, and it'll go to the Panthers. Makes it 15-12. Lady Panthers, as the ball rolls across the top of the net and falls on Strafford's side. Sadie Schober will go back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Serve coming from Schober. They'll dig it out, set it up for the front line. Outside hitter, nobody's touching that. That's got number 31 again, Ava Lane. They have got some power behind those swings. They have 3 outside hitters that are just crazy powerful. Set up by Driscoll, poked across by Kelly. It'll be set up on the other side now. Actually sets it across and puts it where the Panthers aren't. Had 2 dive for it, but couldn't get to it. 17-12, Lady Indians. And serve will stay with the Lady Indians. That's number 33, Blair Bow. She's one of those outside hitters. And line fault as she steps on the line when she's serving. Point goes to the Lady Panthers, 17-13. And that'll send who you want back to serve, Aubrey Gerla. Gerla will send it, gets it over. Set for the middle hitter. Big kill swing, nothing doing as Gerla digs it out. Set up for Driscoll. Driscoll hits it across. It'll be dug out on the other side and set for that middle hitter again. Dowden with the dig, but hits it right to Driscoll, and I think Driscoll kind of fell down there. Makes it 18-13, Strafford.
Trying to get underneath it.
Just couldn't get there. Just a bit outside, Tim.
One of my favorite lines.
Serve coming. It'll be dug out by Schober. And goes across the net, pushed back across by Strafford. Now back to the Panthers. Driscoll will push it back. Now set on the other side. Back to the Panthers again now. Gerla will set it for Peterson. Big swing from her. They tried to block it on the other side with the deflection. Pushed across by Strafford's middle hitter, and she just put it where there were no Panthers. Makes it 19-13. It's very reminiscent of Rayleigh Stenzel on the other side of the floor there. As, you know, Rayleigh would always swing with a lot of power, but, you know, she could always tell when she had you where she wanted you, and she'd poke it over where you were, you know, where you least expected it.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job with just misdirection, and
there's a lot of that going on, and just overpowering outside hitters. They hit really hard. I don't know how else to say it. As we're in a timeout here, but we're going to hold it right here. Coach wanted Bobby Joe Bayer talking it over with her team down, or here. They are down 1-0, and they're down in the second set, 19-13. Had the lead for a minute here in the second one. Up by 2 was as much as they led by, and then just too much power on the opposite side of the floor. As anytime those outside hitters rotate to the front line or are getting set from the back line, and just, I mean, crushing it across the net. 19-13. It'll be Strafford's serve as they come out of the timeout. And here we go. Jump serve gets across. Schober with the dig. Gerla with the set. Peterson blocked. Set up on the other side now. She'll set it for the outside hitter. Pushes it across. And once again puts it where they're not. Makes it 20-13. So number 31, Ava Lane, the sophomore, back to serve again for Strafford. She'll send it on the way with the jump serve. Peterson with the dig. Gerla with the set. That's Driscoll who sends it across. Dugout on the other side. They'll set it up for their outside hitter. Hannah Dowden with the big dig there. Set up for Driscoll, who puts it over for a Panther point. 20-14.
get you some water, Moose.
I know. I'm telling you. Hadley Driscoll when the Panthers needed her the most. Serve coming, that's Rowan Kelly. Back to serve for your Lady Panthers. Jump serve coming from her. It gets across, dug out on the other side. Set for that outside hitter, and that's Hadley Driscoll with a huge block. Solo on the right side. And point goes to the Lady Panthers, makes it 20-15.
Struts back to the huddle on that.
You know, if I blocked that, I'd be strutting too. That was a hard one. And there's the serve from Kelly. Gets it over. It'll be bumped up to the front line, set for the middle hitter. She's blocked this time, but can you reach over like that and push it down? She's so tall. It's like she didn't even jump. She just reached over and pushed it down onto the Panthers' side. It's 20-16. Serve coming from Strafford. Kelly with the dig. Set by Gerla. Golden. Well, put it out the back line. 21-16. Just missed there, Tim.
Just a bit outside.
That's right. Gooden back to serve for the Lady Indians. And serve coming. I don't know what the confusion on the floor was. And that's Kelly with the dig. Peterson will set it up to Lila Golden, who pushes it over for the Panthers. Number 1, Reese Darnell, the senior, sends it back to the Panthers side, and there's nobody there to answer. 23-15, Strafford leads. Serve coming. She'll get it over. Schober will push it up to the front line, set by Gerla. Peterson's blocked. Back to the Panthers side. They'll set it up for Golden this time. She gets it over. Back to the Panthers now. That's Peterson who sends one across. They'll dig it out. Set it for the outside hitter. She puts it across. Kelly with the dig, set by Gerla, pushed across by Golden, and then Driscoll ends up pushing it over, but they'll say it's point. Lady Indians makes it set point, 24-15. Back to serve number 2, Gooden. Dug out by Kelly, sent across by Lila Golden. And thank goodness for the Strafford player that wasn't paying attention. because that was going out the back line right up until she touched it and made it 24-16. Strafford. Sophie Peterson back to serve for the Panthers. She'll send it over. It'll be dug out and set up for the outside hitter, and she'll score and end the set. 25-16, the score here at the end of set number 2. It's best of 5 for varsity. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio to get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Okay, there you go. Sorry about the video feed, folks. We got a bad cable over there. Tim's doing his best to keep the audio going there. We'll have to change that one out. As Strafford scores one there, makes it 1-1. We're in the third set. Panthers, yeah, that's right. Got to win this one. Panthers fell in the first one 25-11, fell in the second one 25-16, and trying to get a win here in the third one. Dowden will dig that out, set by Driscoll. Kelly with the push across, set up now on the other side. They'll set it to the Panthers side and just set it where they weren't. 2-1, Strafford.
Get them to play up close to the net, and they just drop it right in the middle there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game, is put it where they're not, right?
I think that is.
Serve coming. Gets it across. Schober with the dig. Driscoll with the set. Aubrey Gerla will send it. It's dug out on the other side now. Set up for number 33, the outside hitter. And they'll say that point goes to Strafford. 3-1. And still back to serve number 21, Brooklyn Lumley, the junior. She'll send it into the net for a Panther point. That's going to send Aubrey Gerla back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Serve coming, she'll get it over. Dug out, set up by the middle setter for the outside hitter. Blocked by the Lady Panthers. Set up again now. They'll dig it out on the back line. Set up by Gerla. Pushed across by Schober. Now Strafford with it. They're trying to set up that outside hitter. She sets it across. Driscoll digs it out. Set up front by Gerla. Peterson will get it over the net. And the point will go to the Lady Panthers. 3-3 here. The net judge was in the way, Tim, so I couldn't see what happened.
That's Whitney Houston over there.
Yeah, that's right. 3-3 here as Gerlo will get it over the net. Middle setter sets it for the... It's the same person once again, Blair Bow.
Click, click, boom.
I'm telling you, man, she's a good one. She's been roughing us up all night, and she's just a sophomore.
We had our time last year.
We did have our time last year, yeah. That's a thing. But we need to have our time every year.
Yes, sir.
And that's Bow who will serve. She sets it up. Gerla with the diving swing to save it. Back to Strafford's side now. They'll set it up, push the cross for number 3. That's Van Horn, the other scourge of the Panthers, if you will, in this one. She scored quite a few points, and she just puts it over with some touch and ties it at 4. I'm sorry, Strafford takes the lead at 4-3. Serve coming. She'll get it over. Schober digs it out. Set by Gerla. That's Driscoll who hits it out the back. 6-3. Lady Indians lead here. Up 2-0. And up by 3. That's going to cause Coach to take a timeout here. As she takes a timeout, we'll take one as well. Let's send it back to the studio and get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports. It's Big Country 99. Back to, there we go, Mountain Grove Panther Sports here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Sorry, folks, we got to make sure that the online stream is getting audio as well at the same time. So
if I push the button on the 5 count, then
yeah, that's what you got to do is just push it early. It's a good thing Brush isn't here, then we don't have to worry about anybody saying anything that they shouldn't while the mics are supposed to be off. Serve coming from Strafford. It'll be dug out by Peterson, set by Gerla, pushed across by Peterson. Now to the Strafford side. They'll set it for the outside hitter, and that's out. No way. No way. They say she tipped it. One of the Panthers tipped it. Sophie Peterson, and she says no way. But they're going to give the point to Strafford anyway. 7-3. Serve coming. Dowden will dig it out. Gerla will set it for Peterson, who sends one legitimately out of bounds that time. 8-3. Strafford Indians lead here. Up 2-0. Panthers are going to have to make a stand here in the third set. 33 will send it, and she'll send that one right out the back line. That's Blair Bow, the sophomore.
Lila Golden checking in.
Yep, Lila Golden checks in as Dowden checks out. That's going to send
number 1.
Yes, number 1, Hannah Dowden. Don't ever forget it, Tim. Serve coming from Kelly, and that's an ace. Rowan Kelly put it right there on her. She just couldn't do anything with it. 8-5. Kelly back to serve again. See, you got Van Horn on the front line now, and Lane on the back line, and they're both just monsters. Set up to the front back line for Strafford. That's Lane who will push it across. Set for the Panthers now. Golden will send one over. It'll be dug out and set up for the outside hitter who pushes it back to the Panthers. Driscoll now to Golden, who sets it over. And number 3, Trista Van Horn once again just pokes it over the top of all the front line, and the Lady Panthers can't get it. 9-5. That's going to send number 31, Ava Lane, back to serve for the Strafford Indians. Serve coming. She'll send it across. That's Rowan Kelly with the dig. Set by Driscoll for Peterson, and she returns the favor. Sophie Peterson pokes one over and puts it where they're not. Makes it 9-6. Strafford still leads. Peterson will serve. It'll be dug out and set up for the outside hitter. And that one's wide of the mark. Lady Panthers point, 9-7.
Scratching and crawling back.
Student section getting into it. And Peterson with the serve. Not repeating what they said. And there you go. That's Van Horn once more. She just creates offense there on the front line for Strafford. She'll check out. And Gooden, the junior, will check in to serve. 10-7. Strafford leads here. They're up 2-0 if you're just joining us. Serve coming. She'll get it over. That is set up for Driscoll, who pokes it over but has it blocked back to her by an Indian, and the point goes to Strafford. Makes it 11-7. Gooden back to serve for Strafford. She'll send it across. Schober will dig it out. It'll be set up by Driscoll. Schober with the hot shot. That one falls. Makes it 11-8. Panthers down by 4 now. I'm sorry, down by 3. Yes, math for Marines worked for me.
Math for Marines.
Serve coming. That's Hadley Driscoll who sends it across for the Lady Panthers. Set up for the other side. Number 1, Van Horn will push it over. Set for Gerla. She sends that one over. You're not touching it. 11-9. Panthers trying to make a comeback here. Driscoll back to serve. Hadley Driscoll sends it over. That's dug out by the back line. Bumped up to the front, pushed across to the Panthers now. That's Hadley Driscoll with the set for Gerla. Gerla pushes it across. It'll be dug out and set up for the middle hitter from the back line. She pushes it across. Lady Panthers with it now. Rowan Kelly just too hard and sends it out.
Attitude on that.
12-9. Yep, she put some stank on it. It was just a little too much. Makes it 12-9. The Pamperines making their way through. She's got the best shirt I've seen tonight. That's great. 12-9 the score. Volley going here. Lady Panthers with it now. Driscoll will set it up. Golden pushes it over. And they give the point to the Lady Panthers. That's 12-10. Hannah Dowden will check in and go back to serve. Third set's been a lot closer than the first two. Dug out, set up, outside hitter, and she does what she does. That's number 33, Blair Bow. She has got a majority of the points tonight for Strafford. It's going to be between her and Van Horn, I'm telling you, for the most points on the night. That's hit to Roth and rolls off of her wrist and to the floor for a point for the Lady Indians. Speaking of Kylie Roth, our friends over at Ed's Towing Garage and U-Haul getting back on along with Roth Farms. Big shout out to them. As Panthers send this one over to Strafford's side. Outside hitter. Blocked it out of bounds. They combined for a good block there, Rowan Kelly. And I believe that was Gerla that combined for the block there. But rolls out of bounds to go to a point for Strafford. But like I was saying, our friends over at Ed's Towing Garage and U-Haul getting back on. Big supporters of Panther sports there. Glad to have them back. Got Nathan to make a nice commercial for his grandkids, and just a good one over there. So make sure you check those guys out. Long rally going here. Strafford will set it back to the Panthers side. Now Driscoll sets it for Kelly, and she'll fire that one out of bounds. 16-10, Strafford.
When I was with Brightspeed, I used Ed towing quite a bit.
That's
Truck
towing
would constantly
garage and
break
U-Haul. Oh yeah,
They saved my life many times.
that's right. Nathan's just a good dude. Serve coming from Strafford. That's out of bounds. It'll go to the Panthers, and it'll be a Panther point. Makes it 16-11. And Roth will check out, and Peterson checks in for the Lady Panthers. Yeah, I got a chance to visit with Nathan yesterday a little bit, and he's real proud of his grandkids. Set up on the Strafford side of things. They'll push it back over, and the Panthers can't get to it. Makes it 17-11. Strafford back to serve. Number 21, that's Brooklyn Lumley, the junior defensive specialist for the Strafford Indians, or libero, if you know, you know. Serves it over. It'll be dug out by Shover. We didn't know at first. And then sent across by Gerla over to the other side now. Set up for the outside hitter. She sends it back, but Peterson with the dig. Set to Peterson from Dowden, and Peterson hits it into the net. 18-11.
Saw Miss Mitchell over at the elementary school today, and she was like, "You guys crack me up."
Oh, yeah.
Lacking knowledge of volleyball.
Oh, man. You know,
Mostly me, though.
We try really hard. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. There's a lot of YouTube help out there when it comes to calling volleyball. So you got to remember, back when I went to school, you know, they played to 15, and you had to be serving to score a point. So it was like relearning something that you thought you knew about.
She was cracking me up. She said, yeah, you didn't even know what in the net meant.
Well, yeah, you know. Yeah. Sometimes the hand and arm signals, you know, I try to look at them online before we go to the games, but sometimes they do stuff that I haven't seen before, and I'm like, what does that mean? But, hey, we're trying here. Serve coming from Strafford. It'll be sent over and dug out by Kelly, and that's going to roll off of the point. Goes to Lady Indians. 19-11. Lumley will serve it for Strafford. Sends it over. It'll be dug out by Kelly. Set up by Driscoll for I'm already way behind now. It was Gerla that sent it over, but Peterson sends it out of bounds, and it's 20-11. Lady Indians lead. They're up 2 sets to none here, Tim. Lady Panthers going to have to get back after it. Gerla will dig it out. Schober sets it. Bumped across by Schober. They'll dig it out and set it up on their side now for the outside hitter. Big swing coming, and it rolls off of Dowden's wrist. Peterson had it set up, or set it to the back line, and Hannah Dowden was there, and it just rolled off her wrist. 21-11.
That's great. Big Country comes out here and calls these games. It means a lot to the girls.
Which country?
Big Country.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
The home of it.
Set there by Driscoll, and that's sent across by Kelly, and that'll get down for a Panther point. 21-12 here. You know, we try to give everybody some coverage throughout the year, you know what I'm saying? We'll even hit some 7th and 8th grade games as it comes along. There's Gerla with the serve. She'll send it to the other side. They set it for, of course, who else but Blair Bow, and she comes down with some power, and there's nothing the Lady Panthers can do with it. 22-12, sorry.
It's a lot of twos.
Two twos. Too many twos. And that will send Bow back to serve for Strafford. Jump serve coming from her. That's Peterson with the dig. Gerla sets it. Kelly sends it. Dug out on their side now for the outside hitter who sends it back. Gerla digs that one out. Hadley Driscoll will push it across the net. The libero sets it on the other side for the outside hitter. And it's too much for Dowden on the back line. And then Strafford goes up 23-12 here.
Bodies on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, even when they they're not winning, there's not a lack of effort. I mean, you can't say that they're not trying. As that one will get down after it's blocked. Sophie Peterson went up for a big kill there and had it blocked by the middle hitters on the opposite side. That's number 3, Van Horn. And she's been on it all game. 24-12 at set point here in the third. Serve comes across. It'll be dug out by Peterson. Set by Gerla, pushed over by Kelly. And Panthers will score 24-13. Hey, it's a long rally, but it can be done.
Can they pull off a miracle?
Kelly will go back to serve for your Lady Panthers here. It's set point for Strafford. Serve coming. Rowan Kelly gets it over. It'll be dug out on the back line. The middle setter sets it. Outside hitter spanks it over. And it'll go off the wrist of Rowan Kelly, and that's going to do it for the Lady Panthers here tonight. 25-13. They fall in 3 straight sets to the Strafford Lady Indians. We'll send it back to the studio. When we come back, we'll have your post-game report brought to you by our friends over at the Grove Family Restaurant. Keep it right here. It's your only home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99.